The bell rang for the 5th time. It was the last bell of the day at Northridge High School, a campus with modern buildings and renovated halls, except one. The East Wing, a dusty, half-demolished section of the school, had been shut down for over 20 years. No one was allowed in. No one wanted to go. They said it was haunted. 3 students had gone missing in the last 5 years. All 3 were last seen near the East Wing. The school officially blamed mental health issues or runaways. But the rumors said something darker. Those who enter after the last bell never return. But not everyone believed it. Ghost stories are for cowards, said Ayan, a daring 10th grader with an obsession for the paranormal. It's just abandoned. There's probably mold. Not monsters. His best friend Zayan was less sure. Still, man, remember the girl last year? Maheen. She was dared to go in. Never seen again. She probably transferred, Ayan shrugged. I say we find out for real. Tonight. After the 5th bell. Zayan hesitated. Why would you even want to go in there? Because something is hiding in there. And I want the truth. The school emptied. Classrooms locked. Lights dimmed. Only the wind echoed through the corridors. Ayan and Zayan slipped past the security office, clutching their flashlights. The metal door to the East Wing groaned like it hadn't been touched in years. Rust flakes rained down as Ayan pushed it open. A cold, unnatural air spilled out. Inside, the hallway was cracked and dusty. Old classroom doors leaned off hinges. Student drawings faded on the walls, the smiles on the stick figures warped. Zayan whispered, "This doesn't feel like just an old building." As they walked deeper, their footsteps echoed strangely, like there was someone walking behind them. Ayan stopped. "Did you hear that?" "Nope. And I don't want to." Suddenly, the door behind them slammed shut. They rushed back, but the handle wouldn't budge. They were locked in. The boys explored the dark hall with growing dread. A light flickered down the hall. Not their flashlights, a ceiling light. "That's not possible," Zayan whispered. "The power was cut years ago." Ayan followed the light to classroom 2B, its door half open. They stepped inside. Desks were toppled over. A chalkboard on the wall read something in smeared, red writing. "Don't stay after the bell." Below it, carved into the board, were names. Maheen, Umar, Hassan. The missing students. "Holy crap," Ayan breathed. "It's like a warning list." Then the chalk began to move on its own. Before their eyes, it slowly wrote, "Now it's your turn." They ran into the hallway, breath shaky, hearts pounding. Then, from the restroom ahead, they heard sobbing. Soft. Female. Distant. "Maybe someone's stuck," Zayan said. Ayan nodded, pushing open the restroom door. Inside was a long mirror, cracked, dusty, and smeared with handprints. The sobbing grew louder. Then, she appeared. A woman stood inside the mirror, but not in the room. Pale face. Long black hair. Eyes sunken, mouth too wide. She reached toward them through the mirror, her hand pressing out of the glass like it was soft water. Ayan screamed. The mirror shattered into 1,000 pieces, flying across the tiles like razors. Blood poured from Zayan's cheek where a shard sliced him. The woman was gone, but the sobbing was now behind them. They fled back toward the entrance, but the hallway seemed longer. No matter how far they ran, the same broken clock appeared overhead. Zayan stopped. "We've passed this same fire extinguisher 3 times. It's looping," Ayan realized. "We're stuck in time or something." Then a sound echoed from behind. Footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Getting closer. They turned, but no one was there. Until the lights above them began to explode one by one, coming toward them like dominoes. They ran, turning into a side stairwell. The stairs ended in a brick wall. Fresh blood appeared on the wall. "You were warned." Somewhere deep in the East Wing, a school bell rang. But it wasn't connected to anything. There was no power. And worse, it was the morning bell. But it was still night. They stumbled into a classroom where old student files were stacked. Ayan found an envelope labeled, "Maheen Shah, Incident Report." Inside was a photo of her inside this same classroom, but her eyes were scratched out in the photo, her face twisted in horror. Written on the back, "She saw the bell ringer. She shouldn't have." The next envelope said, "Ayan Malik, reserved." The photo inside was taken moments ago. Him and Zayan, standing right there, a shadow behind them. But there was no one in the room. Ayan found an old maintenance door hidden behind a locker. They forced it open and found a tiny room filled with hundreds of school ID cards nailed to the walls. All the missing students. In the center, a janitor's uniform, floating in mid-air. The lights flickered, and suddenly, an old man's voice echoed. "You came after the last bell. That makes you mine." The janitor appeared from the shadows, his face featureless, eyes glowing red, dragging a rusted mop behind him that left blood on the floor. "Time to clean up." They ran. He followed. The floor beneath them cracked open, revealing screaming faces of the trapped students trying to claw out. Ayan remembered something from the chalkboard, the names carved. 3 names. 3 victims. "We're the next," he said. "Unless we break the curse." They returned to classroom 2B. Zayan was losing hope. "We can't escape." Ayan, shaking, took the chalk and wrote their names on the board. Ayan Malik, Zayan Farid. Then, beneath them, he wrote, "Returned." The moment he did, the entire classroom began to shake. The door to the hallway blew open, showing a long tunnel with bright light at the end. The janitor's voice roared, "You can't leave." He lunged from the shadows. Ayan pushed Zayan into the light first, then dove through himself. They woke up in the schoolyard. It was morning. The east wing door behind them was sealed shut with bricks, as if it had never been opened. Zayan cried with relief. "We're alive." Ayan looked at his phone. The time was 6:59 a.m., 1 minute before the first bell. He looked up and saw the cracked mirror in the window. Inside it, the woman was still watching. And she was smiling. The bell rang. The end.